So hi, um, this is going to be the first YouTube video. Um, this is a bit of a work in progress, and it's going to be shaky, and it's going to be used to talking to myself, which feels a little bit odd, and seeing myself on a little itty bitty screen, which feels even odder, if odder is even a word. But I realized that we live in an age where our lives are so I suppose fleeting, that I really wanted a way of being able to record it. And this has sort of been something I've been thinking about for a while. I know everybody does it. There are a million different opinions out there on YouTube. Everybody seems to have a vlog these days. It's not really the intention to make this into a big thing, but I thought it would be nice to sort of start a channel, record life. Probably going to be loads of fitness stuff in there, as you can see from my backdrop at the moment. But also holidays, Christmas trees, sweet animals, etc., etc. Just to have a record of it. But to start with, funny story, especially given we're in the gym, or otherwise known as the shed. Some friends and I did a competition recently. It's called the Filthy 150. Amazing event, totally loved it. The workouts were pretty difficult, really challenging, and we sort of all went into it, just to have a bit of a laugh, to enjoy what we were doing, to have a challenge. I think it's been a year where everything's been so topsy-turvy, and it was nice to have something to focus on, and also really have something to focus on as a group together. And of course the instructions are really clear, film every workout, make sure that you document it. And we were sort of like about pish pash, we're not going to do very well. Most other online competitions, you don't really have to submit video. We're not going to record it. Lo and behold, the one competition where we really did need to film it was this one, which is a real pity because we actually did quite well. We worked incredibly well as a team. It was a really good challenge coming out of the chaos, and especially just after coming out of another lockdown. Brought everybody together, and I think inspired a lot of people to be, maybe keen to do it next time round. But because we didn't video anything, we may very well be disqualified. Which lesson learned: learn how to operate the camera and read the instructions. So this is also a bit of how do you film things? How do you put them together? How do you make sure that you are filming so that you meet judging standards? We know that the Open, for those non-CrossFit people out there, it's a pretty big thing. We know that the Open's coming up, and these things are important. So this is also going to be a bit of a learning experiment for me to how do I you can see how cold it is, you can see my breath. That's what happens when you work out in the shed in winter. But also a bit of an experiment to sort of figure out how to do these things. There's somebody posted a lovely quote the other day, and I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but effectively it says there's no such thing as coming to the end of learning. We can always learn to do something, we can always learn to do something new. And so this is my something new, and I'm starting well before January so that it doesn't look like a New Year's resolution, because it isn't. And not filming for the competition and potentially being disqualified, where we actually did really, really well, kind of, I suppose, for me, brought it home that I shouldn't be so lazy. I should get off my bum, and I should make this happen, because I have been talking about it for quite some time. So bear with me as I learn how to edit, and hopefully add some music so you just don't have to hear me grunting. Learn how to speak into the camera, create interesting content. That sounds very skinny jean hipster, but I do think it's important, and this is not about it's not about fame and glory. It's about just having a portal where I can put stuff, holiday stuff, gym stuff, walks in the forest stuff, life stuff. So welcome. I don't know what it's going to be called yet, but it's going to be a journey. And I feel if I can kind of keep it going for a year, then I will be in a good spot. So hopefully see you this time next year. But yeah, today I think I'm just going to films from my training session. It's all training leading up to the Open, which starts at the end of February. Trying to get stronger, trying to work towards being able to actually compete quite seriously as a master. So I've given myself sort of the next 5 years to get there, and we'll see. A lot of this video content is going to be about tracking that journey. Boring for some, but interesting for me. I mean, I think we often lose perspective, and we don't realize where we've come from. And for me, this is kind of a nice opportunity to realize the gains, realize on those days where you just feel like nothing is working and you're not getting stronger and you can't do all the gymnastics, that actually we all start somewhere. Life is a journey, which sounds very hallmarky, but it is true. And I think it'll be interesting to see where this journey takes me. So welcome. Thank you for listening, although nobody's listening at the moment except for me. But yeah, let's see where this goes. All right. Still need to work on that shrug. So that was meant to be 15 strict handstand push-ups, but the arms are a little bit tired after doing all those hand cleans. And they were heavy for me. But just to put it into perspective, at the beginning of this year, I couldn't even do 10 strict. So little bits, getting there slowly but surely. And I know everybody says this, but you know, it really does all add up, and it's all the little things that we do. And there were days when, you know, 15 seemed easy, and then there are days when 5 seem difficult. And of course, it's all dependent on what you do before and after. But I do believe that the consistency is worth it, and it does pay off eventually. So yeah, that. Eventually, when I wrap this all up and put it into some kind of editing form, it's probably going to look a little bit interesting because I'm not entirely sure how the editing is going to work. But I suppose that's my first introduction, a little brief overview of what I do for a journal training session. And yeah, I'll try and make it more interesting. I will try and put some more talking in there, although it still feels really odd. Definitely going to show you the little hound that came in and out, but you probably didn't see her. Yeah, and trying to make this real. You know, I'm just an ordinary person doing ordinary things, and hope somebody out there can identify with it and also feel inspired, because I definitely know that I feel inspired by other people who put their lives out there. So yeah, thank you very much, everybody. Thanks for watching. Hope you watched all the way through. I'm going to try and make it quick, and thank you. Cheers. Bye.